I will go out and make the most of the sun. There is a bit of sun out there. And maybe I'll show you some of that footage. Hello, this is day 13. I'm just trying to figure out what to talk about today. Today is a lot cloudier than usual. There's a bit of sun just at the moment, but the morning was really cloudy. I spent just about all morning in my pajamas and just editing a video that of a walk that I did yesterday. I went out in the evening for about, 15 minutes. It was raining a little, and I was trying to edit it with a voiceover from a reading by Fernando Pessoa, who is a well-known poet, Lisbon poet. And so I didn't get dressed until just before lunch. I've just had lunch and it was part 3 of meatballs. Don't worry, they were in a freezer, so I haven't had them in the fridge all this time. Today there's a little bit of movement out there, actually quite a bit of movement. I think they are going to start putting the roof tiles on. That could be good. Something new happening. And I will go for a walk later this afternoon. I have been going for just enough walking to get my 10,000 steps in. Yesterday when I returned from my walk, I only had about 7,000 steps. So I did 3,000 steps in place here in my apartment, here in the living room where there's a wooden floor, but I always worry that the neighbor downstairs will hear me even though I'm wearing my slippers. And I did a lot of it in the kitchen. I jumped around a little bit. The kitchen has thick tiles, so I don't worry as much there. So my Fitbit is quite happy. I'll show you the results of my walking lately. Here are my results for the last week, just for something to talk about. Today I might do some washing, maybe the white cottons. I don't really have that much planned for today, maybe a bit more editing as well. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Isabel. I hope you're enjoying this series of videos I filmed in Lisbon. I am now back in Australia, as you can probably guess. Yes, I made it back home, but not without lots of adventures along the way, including my 2 weeks in hotel quarantine in Melbourne after I got back to Australia, which I also filmed. So be sure to subscribe and come back and watch those videos as I upload them. So take care and see you next time. So Portugal numbers have come in and they are 7,443 confirmed cases. So that's 1,000 more than yesterday. And 160 deaths in total so far. And there are 188 people in intensive care at the moment in Portugal. Most of the victims, about 84% of the victims to the virus, have an age greater than 80 years, which is probably about the same all over the world. Meanwhile, in Australia, my family continues well, as always, thank goodness. And there are 55 new cases of the virus, and that takes a total to 743 for Queensland. That's in Queensland only. And Courier Mail provides a handy graph of the latest cases, not just in Australia, but all over the world. Here you can see that Queensland has 743 cases, 4,548 total. In Australia, then you can see down here the different countries, with US having a greater number at the moment, and then of course Spain and Italy right up there. A total of 787,000 of confirmed cases in the world, and number of deaths over 37,000. And I think I'll leave it at that for today. I will go out and make the most of the sun. There is a bit of sun out there. And maybe I'll show you some of that footage up next. So take care, stay well, and see you tomorrow on day 14 of State of Emergency in Lisbon. Bye-bye.